Halo was once massive, so why did it die? Well, Andy Pants Gaming has a video here. Let's see if he's accurate here. I'll put a link to the entire video and his channel
Halo
in the description.
used to be heroic, masculine, right-wing, pro-military, pro-America. Now it's fucking gay and worked on by theater kids. Campaign Evolved is so bad, you have the level designer from Halo 3 saying stuff like this. The Halo devs have apparently decided that the majority of Marines should now be women. I'm fine with occasionally seeing a woman Marine, whatever, but we're starting to enter clown world territory here. For Campaign Evolved, which is a remaster of Halo 1, 343 thought it was a good idea to add 3 missions to the beginning of the game, centering around this dog-ugly Boldyke as she one-ups Chief.
Not bad, Spartan. I'm almost starting to believe the propaganda.
Bro, it's like they watched my video about Chief being a disabled trans girl boss and thought I was pitching an idea for a new Halo. Anyway, so what I've been doing the past week is going back and playing the first 3 Halo games, and what stuck with me was number 1, how pro-military and right-wing these games were, number 2, how much these games focused on religion, and number 3, how the entire lore of the original games was thrown away with Halo 4.
You know, I would say that the idea of being pro-military, maybe I'm just being totally ignorant and naive, and I probably am, but like the idea of being pro-military was never really right-wing to me. It was just a thing, right? It was just you support your servicemen and women. That just doesn't seem like it should be a super political statement, but apparently it is. By the way, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you some clips of our podcast, Side Scrollers. We do Monday through Friday. We had Marty O'Donnell on the other day, and he spoke about why the new Halo is so much different than previously. And the answer is so obvious that I'd say it shock you, but you'll see. You'll see. Let's see what's going on here with Andy.
That's what I want to talk about in this video. Old school Halo would make your average little liberal soy cuck today piss their pants.
Be gone from me, you soy boy beta cuck.
Legendary mode on Halo Combat Evolved would filter all these pussies. If that didn't get rid of them, we would troll the shit out of their mom in our Halo lobbies.
Fucking riot shield. What else? Oh, riot shield. I'm a pussy that use riot shield.
So what changed?
Now, granted, that is Call of Duty and not Halo, but the point remains the same. Shout out to Blabs for one time playing a Call of Duty lobby and it immediately showing the N-word in live on the stream. That was really nice, Blabs. Good job.
And it's simple. Halo has been hijacked by pronoun people. It's been hijacked people who talk about racism and misogyny. You can see this in the people who work on Halo now. Here's a guy who hates guns working on Halo. Here's a dude who is a Fruit Loop working on Halo. Here's a black woman who was the chief of staff of Halo at one point. And you see this showing up in the game itself now. The original Halo games were heroic and pro-military. Now you have Catherine Halsey and everybody questioning whether Chief is even the good guy or not.
I thought you'd be taller.
343 Studios or Halo Studios, nobody gives a fuck. Whatever they're called now, they obviously hate Master Chief and they hate everything he stood for in the original games. Never has there been a worse downfall from OG Bungie to 343 Halo Studios. Bro, back in the day, Bungie, without having social media or anything, was obsessed with their game and wanted to make fans happy. It's simple.
Ooh, big point there. I think that's 100% it. They didn't have the voices coming in from the outside talking about their game. It was just guys who were all pulling the rope in the same direction. They had a singular goal. And it's funny, I'm going to show you these clips here in a minute with Marty, and he essentially says the exact same thing. I love this point.
Halo CE launched in 2001, and it had single player, co-op, and multiplayer on launch, all on one disc, big dog. And it cost like $50 million to make. The virgins and beta males who made Halo Infinite, the game cost $400 million, and all they could do on launch was a wet fart single player campaign. But don't worry, the Pride armor, the Women's Day armor, the Black History Month armor were all right on time. Like... Have you ever thought about that? Why did?
By the way, this is literally a monthly thing that they do. Now, I will say this. One time they did have some sort of like pro-America-ish one, but for the most part, 11 out of the 12 months has to do with some sort of virtue signaling. It's insane. And this was like clockwork. Every single month on the show, we can be like, hey, look what Halo is doing now. It's insane. This has been a reoccurring theme.
These gay-ass studios have to delay their game, but they never delay Pride armor. They never delay gay-ass Black History Month armor. They're just soft, dude. It's a bunch of soft virgin incel men who wear dresses fucking working on Halo now. It used to be military-based chads, and now it's homos making this game. So anyway, boys, let's get into the main topic of this video because, like I said, I replayed the first 3 Halo games, and I want to go into 3 major points about exactly why the Halo games are so bad now. Number 1, the original Halo games made you feel like a hero. 343 turned Master Chief into a cuck, a simp, and a morally gray bad guy. Number 2, the original Halo games were primarily military engagement video games. The 343 games are practically anti-military games and completely get away from the series' roots. Number 3, Halo has always been a deeply religious game. The 343 games stripped all the religious stuff out, and it doesn't feel like a Halo anymore. So let's get into it. One final...
The study of Halo's decline is honestly like there's going to be movies made about this, and not Halo movies, but just documentaries about Halo was it. And I said this before many times. The third one was just the tagline was finish the fight, and Halo 4 was fine, but I always felt content after 3 because the entire marketing was finish the fight. After 3 I was like, well, I finished it, so why do I need to go back again? And yeah, there was Reach, and Reach was fine. I know a lot of people are like, Reach is the best one. I don't know. For me, the series, the original trilogy, 1, 2, and 3, that was where Halo peaked, for sure. What about you? What was your favorite Halo game? And don't give me any of those, like there's like the RTS version of Halo that they tried to roll out all the spinoffs. I don't know. It's a guy with a gun taking out aliens. That's it.
No caveat here. When I talk about the good Halos, I'm referring to everything up to including Halo Reach. When I talk about the bad Halos, I'm talking about Halo 4, Halo 5, Halo Infinite, and this new Dogwater Campaign Evolve thing. Replaying Halo 1, Halo 2, and Halo 3 again, I realized what made these games so powerful, and it's the feeling of being the hero. You are Spartan John 117, a Christian reference to the Bible, by the way. You are a super soldier created by humanity to save them. Nobody can do what you do. You are humanity's greatest warrior. And Marty O'Donnell's legendary soundtrack specifically leans into this feeling. I think of the Forward Unto Dawn towering over you in the sky and dropping off tanks in Halo 3. I think of running headfirst into battle in Halo Reach. I think of mounting a final offensive in Halo 2. The developers at Bungie were simply chads. They were actually men. They cared about things like heroism and not being a little trans troony beta cuck. Jump over to 343 Industries and you see grown men showing up to work in dresses. They're evil, they're demonic, they have mental illnesses. And of course, you see this come across in their games. Halo 4 opens with Dr. Halsey essentially being called a war criminal for making the Spartans. Halsey is first mentioned in the book from 2001, but never shows up in the early games except for in Halo Reach. Reach never treated Halsey as a war criminal, but rather somebody who made hard decisions to save humanity. So again, the cuckening of Halo. 343 is attacking their own main character. But it gets worse.
How did this happen? This goes back to the idea of gatekeeping. At some point in some time, at some point, someone was like, listen, we got to get a little more inclusive. Hey, we're going to bring this person in, whatever. And then that person goes, no, you listen, you better listen to me because if you don't, then you're a bigot or whatever, you're an istophobe, whatever thing, And then all of a sudden their power grew a little bit. That's how this whole thing starts. It spreads. Well, don't you think it would be good to have, some sort of representation on armor? Wouldn't that be great? Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Then, there's, this will be studied. It will be studied. Halo was once the king. Master Chief was legitimately on par with Mario, Sonic, and any other major mascot in the video game industry. And now it's just a guy. It's like that song. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Most of Halo 4 is just Chief simping for Cortana. He has no real mission anymore. They're just trying to get back to Earth, and then they accidentally open a Forerunner artifact and out pops the Didac. The last thing Chief says in Halo 3 is, "Wake me when you need me."
Wake me when you need me.
To me, this implies that Chief should be kept in cryosleep until there is a clear mission for him, and that never actually happened in Halo 4. What was your mission? Get back to Earth, fart around on some alien planet, and talk to the Didact with his boring new enemy type they made? It's obvious Halo 4 was made by retards and pronoun people, but it gets even worse. The first time Chief runs into other Spartans, we get this embarrassing interaction.
I thought you'd be taller.
Just in case you wanted...
How many times have you seen this in modern gaming where the woman dresses down the man? Well, I heard good things, but that's obviously not true. Like, really? That were? By the way, I'm thinking through this as he's talking about Halo 4, and I'm like, man, I don't remember much about Halo 4. I remember a ton about Halo 1, 2, and 3, but maybe I'm trying to, like, is it that unmemorable? Is Halo 4 that unmemorable? I don't even think I played 5. Maybe a little bit of the multiplayer, but man, I was out.
More things to cringe about in Halo 4. I read online that the Didact is a metaphor for imperial dominance, racial supremacy, and forced assimilation. Because all the creators of Halo 4 are gay and woke, you can 100% assume they are talking about white people in America. But wait, guys, the UNSC is definitely meant to be a metaphor for America in the first 5 Halo games, and in those games, we are the good guys. So which is it? Again, 343 is so confused and retarded because they made America the good guys in the first 5 Halo games, and now suddenly America are the bad guys. And the final thing I hate about Halo 4 is, of course, that they completely changed the lore. In Halo 3, there's a moment where 343 Guilty Spark looks at Chief and says something to the effect of, "You are the Forerunner."
You are Forerunner!
Implying that humans are the Forerunners and that they are not actually a separate race. And then if you look at all the Bungie lore dumps and old videos, you find out, yes, Bungie intended humans to be the original Forerunners. And that would have been super interesting because on the one hand, the Covenant are against the humans and fighting the humans, but then they're finding out, oh wait, the humans are also the Forerunners we've been searching for, and the Prophet of Truth is hiding all this stuff from them. And it...
By the way, quick side note. As he was saying this, I can confirm this because Marty confirmed this on our show. Not this last time he was on, but before that. It was actually brought up, and somebody asked him. And I said, was there anything that you could share that, as far as people that, assumptions that people make? And he I believe that's exactly what he said.
Would have been a very cool plot device to have used in the later Halo games. But of course, 343 had to retcon all of this. They tossed out all of Bungie's lore and they said, no, we're going to make the Forerunners a completely different race that look like Voldemort. So yeah, one of the biggest reasons Halo 4 is trash is just because they threw out all of Bungie's lore and they made the Forerunners this separate race, and nobody wanted that. And the 343 games are just dog shit. Anyway, moving on.
Dude, you hear the theme?
The Halo games are primary.
I'm sorry, I got to keep it. There's a scene in, I don't remember which Halo it is. Maybe it's 2. Maybe it's but where as you're making your way through, I believe you're on a tank, and the Halo theme kind of kicks up. It's like dun, 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 and it hits this crescendo as you're going and mowing down guys. One of my favorite just video game moments ever. The music swelling, you feeling just totally badass. You're just rolling through people. Oh my God, that by itself was worth the price of the game.
Primarily games about military conflicts. They're not necessarily only about Chief. The original ship attacked in Halo 1 was the Pillar of Autumn, a military ship. You do reconnaissance for the military the entire game. Halo 2 opens with the Chief being awarded medals for his service. He is a war hero. Halo 3 ends over a patriotic speech as we see a memorial to all the fallen soldiers in the game. Halo Reach is primarily about the bravery and dedication of 6 Spartans as they gave their lives to stop the fall of Reach. The original Halo games are unabashedly pro-military, and as we know, the military makes leftists, libcucks, and troons seethe. But moving on, we know that the military framing in the good Halo games is the perfect foil for Master Chief. The UNSC soldiers and all the military stuff in the Halo games have always grounded these games and made them feel more real than pixels were able to. Because the 343 games were made by feminists and gay men who think the military is icky, it's obvious that the military's role got severely downgraded in the 343 games. So in summary, the later Halo games do not feel like Halo to me because they massively downgraded the military conflict aspect of all this. Halo 4 is about having retarded and esoteric conversations with the didact. It's boring as hell. Halo 5 is about Cortana becoming the bad guy and you fight this gay loser called Warden Eternal. In Halo Infinite, you fight a bunch of brutes called the Banished, and these guys are so boring that I can't tell them apart. Do you want to know why the 343 games don't feel like Halo? It's because the war against the Covenant and then the war against the Flood are the primary plot device in the good Halo games. The later games were such retarded failures because they got away from being about a military conflict.
That's interesting. Truly at its core, why did you play the original Halo 1, 2, and 3? Why did you play it? Well, you played through, obviously the campaign was really good, but where you spent most of your hours was multiplayer. And that at its core is conflict. That at its core is military conflict, like he's talking about. Oh my God, and man, was that a good time. God, what's your favorite? I'm trying to think of like my favorite multiplayer maps in the history of Halo. And God, I don't know their names, but I know that I got them in my brain right here. Jesus Louise, let me know, because I feel like after this, I'm going to need to spend some serious time, like either watching people play Halo on YouTube or Rumble or Twitch, or just going in and finding the old Xbox 360 and seeing if I can play. Who would I play? The servers are down. Maybe I got to get Master Chief Collection pulled up. Ugh.
All right, my final point. Number 3, Halo has always been about religion. Is there anything that Reddit, atheists, and pronoun people hate more than religion? And this explains why the 343 games have almost all of the religious content taken out, because leftists find religion icky. But the truth is that Halo 1, 2, and 3 are deeply focused on faith and religious belief. Halo 1 opens with a choir singing, the prophet of mercy, the prophet of truth, the prophet of regret, all biblical concepts. John 1:17 is a Bible reference. The Covenant is a Bible reference. The Flood, also a Bible reference. Marty O'Donnell indicated that the original name for the Covenant was the Dervish, which would have been a direct reference to Islam. So if you look at the original Halo trilogy, it is clear that these games are about religious fanaticism versus America. The UNSC represents the USA, and the Covenant represents the Middle East conflict. The Prophet of Truth is clearly a jihadist.
My feet tread the path. I shall become a god.
Oh no. You know, this would be a very interesting video to watch through with Marty himself. Like I said, Marty's readily available. Or, there are other Halo devs who very much disagree with what's going on with the current state of Halo. There is at least original Halo devs. Maybe we should track one or two of them down and see if we can watch this together, or at least some of these ideas and theories, and see if there's anything to what's being said here. I think there is.
The whole idea of activating the Halo ring is a metaphor for suicide and these lunatics sacrificing themselves for Allah. The Halo ring is essentially a way to commit suicide by wiping out all life in the universe and going on the quote great journey. But over the course of Halo 2, you see the Arbiter's metamorphosis from a true believer to somebody who actively questions his religion. You could say over the course of the first 3 Halo games, the Arbiter goes from a radical Muslim to a moderate Muslim who doesn't believe religious suicide is the answer anymore. This is why the Chief and Arbiter are able to team up and take down the Prophet of Truth and prevent the annihilation of the universe by these religious fanatics. So it's not true to say that Christianity is fighting the Covenant in the Halo games, but what is clear is the Human Covenant War is 100% a metaphor for the Iraq War, which is the conflict our country was engaged in at the time. Another interesting thing here is that Master Chief's name is John 1:17. In the Bible, the verse John 1:17 reads as follows: "For the law was given through Moses. Grace and truth came through Jesus Christ." Master Chief is what is known as a, quote, type of Christ. He does what humanity is not capable of doing. He is the ultimate soldier. the ultimate man, the ultimate Giga Chad. In the same way Chief saves humanity from suicidal jihadist Islam, Jesus Christ saves humanity from their sins by dying in their place. So it's
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I don't know if Marty will be able to come on and react to this entire video, but I'm definitely going to reach out to him and see if he could just answer some of the questions here. And I'm going to make a video about that. So make sure you guys subscribe because that's coming.
easy to see why all religious content was removed from Halo 4, Halo 5, and Infinite. And this is yet another reason why Halo 4, 5, and Infinite do not feel like Halo games. Halo has always been deeply religious and deeply steeped in metaphor. So what did the woke retards at 343 do instead of the religion? They basically brought in a bunch of boring lore from the books and talked about that instead. Nobody cares about Warden Eternal. Nobody cares about the Didact. But because woke leftists are completely detached from reality, they thought somebody would give a shit about these characters, and we never did. The only hint at Halo 4 and 5 being a metaphor, like I said earlier, is that number one, Chief is the bad guy now because Halsey kidnapped him from his parents and made him a child soldier and therefore bad. Number two, people like the Didact are white colonizers, and to update the language, they would probably call him a fascist today. I mean, these lunatics think the Didact represents America, probably. So boys, in closing, is it any wonder everybody freaking hates Halo now? The original Halo games were deeply Christian, deeply religious. They were essentially military games about the military, and Chief was the ultimate hero. 343 and Halo Studios games are dog shit. They're completely anti-religion and anti-faith. They are anti-American, and they somehow make Chief the bad guy. One final note about that, I'm sure people will say, oh, well, the Spartan program was mentioned in the book in 2001, so it's always been there. To that, I would say yes, but do you seriously think that OG Bungie would have made Chief the, quote, bad guy, or the Spartan program responsible for, quote, war crimes? Get out of here. Also, Bungie made it clear that the games are canon and the books are not canon. The games always took precedence over the books. But anyway, in closing, the whole reason Halo works as a game is because morality is so black and white. And I think that you will find in real life, morality is still very black and white. Woke people and pronoun people are evil satanic retards. They worship Satan. They are trash, and they represent the flood. The USA, Christians, and all of humanity who value life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness are the UNSC. All right.
Can I get some USA in the chat? I'll tell you what, man, it's interesting because when you look at how Halo has done, just based off of the relaunch of this, specifically over on Steam, right now you can see that there's about 8,000 people playing, 7,000, peaked at 25,000. I don't think this is exactly what they were hoping for. Now, I would imagine that the vast majority of players are probably on the PlayStation. All right, Future Craig here. I realized that I actually ended the video with actually showing you the clips that I mentioned at the very beginning of that. But this is from our show that we do every day, Monday through Friday. Marty was on with us just recently, and he was talking about Halo in general. And this is a big reason why Halo now doesn't feel anything like Halo before.
So it was just a way of bringing, the people who made the game into the game. And only those of us who made the game would know that stuff. So it's like the Easter eggs we put in. I have a feeling some of the Easter eggs are not in there. I don't know. I have no idea what they did, but it's obvious to me that nobody from 343 called anybody from the original team to ask them opinions or to give advice or even inform us anything about what they were doing or thinking. And I don't know. I don't know what the point of that is. I don't know why be so, I don't want to say disrespectful, but just paying no attention to the original creators. It makes no sense to me.
And I think he nails it right there. If you are going to remake something specifically from the ground up, don't you want to get the original architects' input? Don't you want to get the original people who worked on it to say, hey, what were you thinking here? Why did you do this? Walk me through this right here. And the fact that they didn't even reach out tells you everything you need to know. There's another clip I wanted to show you guys as well. This was where it says, this clip tells you a lot about why Halo characters feel so much different than it used to. The people who made the original are not the people making the same decisions. This is true for so many franchises, and that's what is talked about here. The moral of the story: root for the people, the developers who make the game, not the studio. So they can call themselves Halo Studios. They can call themselves 343. They can work on the Halo games, but at its core, the heart and soul, the people who made the original Halo, the vast majority of them aren't there. With that said, okay, back to the original video. His theories here are, I wouldn't even say they're necessarily theories. I think a lot of it is accurate, but I would like to get confirmation from Marty O'Donnell himself, who was there since the beginning of Halo and there through the glory days for sure. So if you'd like to see that video, let me know. I'll reach out to Marty and put together a nice questionnaire for him and just say, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I will deliver it to you in a nice package like this, possibly on the show. So make sure you, once again, subscribe to the channel, watch another video right here. Appreciate you guys popping in. Have a great day.